seasons lost. In Austin, I saw pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? Once rejected paradise, crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear, quick, ready from ear to ear. Craving that radiant grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom, yes it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello everybody and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today is Thursday. We have some sun outside. It's warmed up a little bit. We're not all stuck in this freezy coldness that we have been dealing with for the last couple of days. It seems like there's life again. My boy's been running in and outside, and he normally, this past couple of days, he has only been in. My boy Ace, he's not been outside running around. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday, the day before Valentine's Day, the day that some people break up with their girlfriends so they don't have to take them out. But anyway, hopefully you and your others and your bestie are doing what they need to do to go have a fantastic Valentine's Day weekend. Now, speaking of that, we went to the game last night, the Thunder game last night. And it was weird because it just wasn't, I don't even know how to say, we talked about this last night on After the Storm, our OKC Thunder postgame show. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it. The atmosphere was weird. I don't know if it was because they gave away $2 tickets, and I don't know what it was, but it was crazy. We had some guy that was sitting in front of us last night, and my friend Jennifer was like, I need to go home and get some sage and put some sage because we did not look like ourselves for three quarters. We just didn't. But as bad as we were playing, we were only down 10. We got down 18, 19 at some points during the game, but for the most part, you could just see that we were better than the Heat, and they just, I don't know how to explain it, but it just wasn't right. And then some guy, thank God the commander wasn't there last night, and then we have this elderly couple that sit right in front of us in club, and this guy and his wife, they were standing up, and I'm like, man, can y'all? I touched the people in front of us that were from Aaron Fitzgerald was in front of us with her friend and her son, her friend's son. And this guy and his wife were standing up. I'm like, hey, man, can y'all sit down? And he goes, what? I go, hey, I'm trying to take notes. I can't see. You're standing up. And I don't know why you're standing up. And he goes, well, our seats are over there, and we're kind of deciding if it's better over here. I go, dude, you have an elderly couple that sits right there behind where you're standing. We don't stand up over here. We sit down over here because we stand up when there's a moment in the game that you're supposed to stand up, but we sit down and watch the game over here. We don't stand up. Now I see why he got moved or why they're trying to move because they have to sit down. I'm like, you're standing up for what? Go back up in the 300 levels and sit up. If you want to stand, go stand over there, or get your seats right here behind, up against the railing. That way nobody's in front of you. Move over to where you're not in front of the suites. There's no place to stand, and he's just looking around like, what? There's nobody standing over here. You're the only two people that are standing. And one other person was standing, never saw any of these people before. We're 5 and 4, 25 and 26 and 3 at home. In 29 games, never seen these people before. Except 28 games, other games, I've never seen these people. And I can promise you the commander would have been livid last night because literally I was sitting in his seats because he didn't go. And he and his lovely wife, Kimberly, had given their 2 tickets away to someone, and her trainer, Brian, who, by the way, was a great guy, and who trains at Chesapeake, if you want to know where he's at Chesapeake. And I'm sitting there looking, and I'm going, what? Why are you standing? I mean, what are you standing for? Now, it's different when the opposing team scores or when we score and we jump up and, we got a comeback like we did in the fourth quarter. That's 100%. We were jumping up. Everybody, well, I couldn't jump up because I'm taking notes, but I'm screaming and it was great. But why are you standing? Literally, they were standing the whole time. I'm like, it's rude. He goes, well, we can stand. We're seeing if it's better over here. It's not better over here. Nobody stands over here, and there's no reason to stand the whole game. It's disrespectful to the people behind you. And if you can't be respectful to other people just because you want to stand, then you find a place that you're not standing in front of somebody and go sit there. But you don't get tickets and you're middle of the section and you're standing up. No one, the two people behind you can't see, and her wife, and he's smacking his wife on the ass, and it's like there's a little kid directly behind him. He's patting his wife on the ass. Little kid right there in front of him. And, I know that maybe you got some money and, you can afford the seats and all that. That's cool. But be respectful of the people around you. Sometimes I'll say a curse word and I think, oh my God. And I turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry. Because I know there's a kid up there in the stands. And then behind us, this guy, I don't know what was worse. This dude behind me, the lady after the Mavericks game when they beat us early in the year, was singing the national anthem, couldn't sing, and then was just nonstop talking. And it's irrelevant. It's different when you make a comment here and there during the game. But when you're nonstop talking and you're yelling and you're right there behind my ear. And I'm going to tell you, Commander Randy, you're lucky you weren't there last night because you would have been incensed. And that's part of what I'm saying. Last night was, it was just a mess. It was a mess. Overall, it was a mess. The game was terrible. And then it's like when they pulled that shit out in the third quarter, we're like, what the hell are you doing? And, of course, they brought it back in. Let me see. This is the right one because Jennifer did my where did I put that? Was this here? Because Jennifer did my score last night. No, this is not it. I forget what I did with it. But anyway, the Thunder won last night. And in the third quarter, I don't have my notes here from last night. I don't know where they are. Are they in here? I don't know what I did with my notes from last night, from last night's game. But anyway, we were third quarter. He pulls SG out with about 3 minutes to go. And literally everybody in the stands, we're losing, and we're like, you're pulling him out. And let me give kudos to Dagnault, Coach Dagnault. Coach D. He is the menace manager that he is. But I'm going to say that what he did last night by starting SGA in the fourth quarter, and I don't have the thing, but I believe if I can go from memory, it was SGA, Isaiah Joe, Dort, Wiggins, and J. Will, I believe. Let me see. Isaiah Joe, yeah, it was SGA, Dort, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and J. Will. I think that was the starting five. And we went on a 24-0 run last night. 24-0 run to start the fourth quarter. And we were down 10. It was 83-93. And we were down 10. SGA, let me see. Low Dort starts it off with a three. Then SGA comes back and he hits a three. Then SGA comes back, or then Isaiah Joe hit a three. And then Dort got a steal, and then all of a sudden the game is tied. Just like that. Oh, actually what happened was, I take it back. Jordan hit a three. SGA hit a three. SGA hit a two. SGA went back door. Is that right? Because it was 10 points. So let me see. Somebody else hit a three. SGA hit a three. Dort hit a three. SGA hit a three. Then SGA hit two back. Is that right? I think. Oh, I know what happened. SGA went back door. Then Dort got a steal. That's what happened. So all of a sudden, the score's tied. Then SGA comes down and makes a three. Then he comes down and makes a two. Then Isaiah Joe hits a three. And then Kendrick Williams hits a three. And basically, it was over. Just like that. So of the 23 points, SGA had 3, 6, 10 of the points. And I've said many times, when he starts rolling, that's when the Thunder start winning. because what happens is players aren't trying to make plays. They're just in the flow and they're relaxed and they're just playing really nice and easy. And when our team plays really nice and easy, we're tough to beat. But when you got Wiggins trying to make a play and K-Wiz trying to make a play and Dort trying to make a play and Jay Will trying to make a play and everybody's trying to make plays, dude, just play within yourself. That's all you got to do. Play within yourself. And when we do that, we're tough to beat. And that's basically what happened last night in the fourth quarter. And then we pulled it out, and it was over. Thunder 115-101. The Heat are now 25-27. The Thunder are 44-9. Clearly our best record, I believe, that we've ever had coming up to this. And I saw a thing the other day that said that this is the second time the Thunder have had the NBA's leading scorer and having the best record going into the All-Star break. Kevin Durant, clearly, and then now SGA. So, and then the other ones were LeBron, Steph Curry. Let me see, who else was it? I forget who the other ones were. But anyway, the Thunder have done it twice with KD and with SGA. Thunder 115-101, improving to 44-9. Like I said, the Heat are 25-27. The Heat were 11 for 34 from three. Shot 45%, 45.6% from the field. Thunder 15 to 39 from three, 48.9% from the field. We got out rebounded 45 to 41, and our Pips points in the paint were 50 to 46. They had 16 turnovers. We had 13, and of course we outscored them 29-26, which we very, 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 very rarely ever outscore the opponents. That just doesn't happen, okay? That just doesn't happen. It happens sometimes, but for the most part, that does not happen, okay? And then, of course, in our box scoring, J-Dub, he played decent last night, and it's so funny. I saw him in, the Thunder on YouTube. They had this video deal of, and they had his picture on there. I'm like, why is his picture on there? I'm like, it should have been, the person who it should have been was Lou Dort's photo up there. Lou Dort should have been the photo, but, of course, they're going to do what they do when it comes to the Thunder. They're going to promote J-Dub. That's their guy. So it is what it is. J-Dub, 31 minutes, 7 for 15, 1 for 4, 3 for 5 from the free throw line. And it was killing his free throws, 14 of 20. We shoot 80-something%. We were 14 of 20. SJ 6 for 9. And Jennifer and I were sitting there, what the hell is the deal? When we knew it was going to be a bad day when he's missing free throws right at the very beginning. We're like, what the hell's going on? It's going to be one of those games. Anyway, Jay Will, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. He was a -6. And I'm thinking, it's weird, the plus-minus, because I'm like, I thought he played well the other day. Or last night he had a minus. The other day he had a plus, and I didn't think he played good at all. So it's weird, that plus-minus. I don't really understand how these pencil pushers get it, these statistic nerds. Ihart, 30 minutes, 4 for 7, 8 points, 8 rebounds. Ihart played okay. He didn't play bad. He didn't play good. Like I said, to that fourth quarter, I knew at some point our defense would take over. But like I said, when we went small, it just made all the difference. And we got on a run. And like I said, when we're hitting threes, when SJ's doing his thing and he's hitting threes and we're hitting threes, I don't care if it's the Celtics. I don't care if it's the Cavaliers. I don't care if it's the Nuggets. I don't care if it's the T-Wolves. I don't care who it is. If we're knocking down threes and SJ is rolling, we're not going to lose. We're not. I don't care who the team is. SGA 38 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. He played 7 more minutes than J-Dub. What the heck? Oh, that's right. Fourth quarter. He sat J-Dub for 8 minutes. Can't believe that. I was shocked that he did that. He never sits him that long. But what happens when he's on the bench? You make a run every time you have that group in there. SGA 38 minutes. He was 11 for 22, 4 for 9 for 3, 6 for 9 from free throw line. That's just, I don't even understand that. He's a 90% shooter, 89.9, 90% basically. And gone. 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. I thought he had a block, but he didn't. Plus 19, 32 points, again, meeting his season average of 32 points. Aaron Wiggins, a good solid night. I don't like 14 shots. I just don't. Because this is like I was trying to tell Jennifer last night. And he's like, we made it. I said, I get it, he made it. But the one shot that he makes, he's going to mess up 2 or 3 other times on possessions because he's trying to duplicate what he just did. And it costs you possessions when guys are trying to do more than what they're capable of. Now, I get it because we need that third guy or that fourth guy, 100%. You know you're going to have SGA. You may or may not have J-Dub, and you may or may not have Chet, but you got to have another guy to go with you. And since you're not going to have Cam, you might as well have the guy that you are going to replace with Cam, and that's Aaron Wiggins. And Wiggins, once again, a decent performance, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 11 points, but 5 for 14. Don't want him shooting 14 times. 1 for 6 from 3. Go back to knocking down threes. That's what I want from him. Spot up, knock down your threes. Try to score here and there, but for the most part, I want you catching the ball and shooting threes, which is where you're the most efficient, and it helps us out the most. Lou Dort, 32 minutes, 7 for 10. I thought Lou played pretty good defensively. He was very, very sound, and he played pretty good. I can't complain with what I saw from Lou. 17 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. He's just a menace. He's just a menace. When he puts you in the torture chamber, it is all over. Really is. Jay Well, 15 minutes, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 3 turnovers. Bam took advantage of him early. Jay Well just wasn't. He was made to look like a reserve, but of course Bam's an all-star, one of the top players in the league, so that's to be expected. But no Chet last night, and you can see it did make a difference with our team. Dylan Jones, 6 minutes. I still don't understand. We're losing the game and you're playing him. What are you doing? And everybody goes, well, it's just in the first and second quarter. Those are possessions. And I don't get what you guys don't understand about possessions. You can't give away possessions. In the finals or in the playoffs, you get 5 to 7. I keep harping on this. You can't give away possessions by playing people who don't need to be on the court. I don't want Dylan Jones having 6 minutes over Kendrick. I don't want him having 6 minutes over Caruso. I don't want him having 6 minutes over Dort. I don't want him having 6 minutes over Wiggins. I don't want him having 6 minutes over J-Dub. You're taking somebody's minutes away by putting him on the court. Who are you going to put? Why? Jang, why? Why? It's frustrating. Okay? It is. It's just frustrating to me. He's a G League player, and I get it, but my thing is this. Play him in against the Raptors. Play him against the Wizards. Play him against the Hornets. But when we're losing in a game, you're playing him and you're giving up possessions again, but he always plays him with SGA. Doesn't play him with J-Dub. Wonder why that is. J-Dub is your best player, more talented. SGA has more for you. Why the hell you ain't playing with him? But you try to cover J-Dub up with putting him with Caruso and with Dort and with Wiggins and with Ihart. You try to cover him up because he needs it. But you don't cover up SGA because he doesn't need it. Okay? How about putting him with the group that you know is going to make a run, just like you did in the fourth quarter, and the Thunder will take care of business. Then you got Kendrick Williams, K-Rich, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 5 for 8, 3 for 5. Kendrick looked good last night. I like K-Rich. I like him in his role. I like him when he had that group last night. They were rolling. I like that group that you had in the fourth quarter. Small lineup and just rolling. You're really not small because Jay Will is 6'11", so they're not that small, but for the most part, you've got Isaiah Joe, the smallest guy on the court, but then you had SGA, and you had Kendrick, and you had Dort. You had Wiggins. Actually, Joe, what was it? It was SGA, K-Rich, Dort, Jay Will, and Isaiah Joe. So Isaiah Joe was the smallest guy on the court. And then Alex Caruso, 13 minutes last night, only 2 points. Not sure why he was playing. He only played 13 minutes. But Dylan Jones played 6. Why the hell are you playing him in front of Caruso? Maybe Caruso's hurt a little bit. I don't know. Isaiah Joe, I've said this 1,000 times. I really like him, but if he's not knocking down threes, he's a liability on defense, and they were attacking him like crazy last night, just like we do. When you can see SGA, certain guys guard him, he'll attack them immediately. And any NBA team and any player is going to do that. I know I used to do that. I'd see certain guys on me. I'm like, oh, ooh, I'm eating. Let me go give me a quick steak real quick. Bam, and go take somebody. And that's exactly what they did. Tonight, here's the Thunder schedule coming up. We beat the Heat, of course, last night. We have a back-to-back against the T-Wolves on TNT. Thank God we don't have to listen to the Thunder broadcast. I don't have to hear no crap about some freaking push shot that doesn't exist. We're actually going to get some good, hopefully good, well, TNT. We're going to get some good announcers who actually know what the game is about and not trying to be creative and come up with stuff that's just nonsense. I'm so excited about that. T-Wolves, TNT tonight. And, of course, tomorrow we're off, or we're off until the Jazz next Friday, a week from tomorrow, because it is the All-Star break. This weekend is All-Star weekend, which will be fun. Then we come back, play the Jazz. Then we have the T-Wolves back-to-back. So we have the Jazz Friday night in Utah. Then we turn around and we play at the Wolves on Sunday on ESPN, and then back-to-back here again at T-Wolves here back in the Thunderdome at Paycom Center. And by the way, Commander, we're not switching seats on Monday for the T-Wolves game. Jennifer and I are going to sit where we're going to sit, and you and Kimberly can have that seat if that guy's back standing in front of you all day. I know you're going to be livid. It was really frustrating watching this guy. Well, we're moving over here to see if it's better. It's not better. Nobody wants you standing up. It's rude and disrespectful. Sorry. That still just irritates the hell out of me. Then, of course, we play T-Wolves Monday at home, like I said. Then Wednesday at the Nets. Friday at the Hawks. And then we come back and we play, I think that's Sunday, at the Spurs, which, of course, will be on ESPN again. Isn't it lovely that we have ESPN games, that we're back on TV again? Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? And when you look at TV games, this is what, let me see, I have our TV games here. I'm hoping I do have our, I know I have them on our, on After the Storm. I don't think I have TV games, Thunder TV games here. Let me see. No, I do not have the Thunder TV games. Oh, maybe here it is. Okay, here it is. Here are Thunder TV games coming up. This is what we have. We have the Suns, which we won. Sorry, already beat them. Okay, we have the T-Wolves on TNT tonight. Then we have ESPN. We have the T-Wolves in Minnesota on Sunday next week, a week from this Sunday. Then we come back with the Spurs on ESPN on the 2nd. Then we have the Nuggets March 9th on ABC. That's going to be on a Sunday then. That's a national televised game at noon. That's going to be a hell of a game. I got to take off that day. Well, hopefully we won't have anything going on in Santa Fe that day, because I definitely want to see that Nuggets game, because the Nuggets are surging right now. Then we play at the Celtics again on ESPN. Then we turn around and play the Bucks on ESPN, which may or may not be a good game. And then we play the Kings on TNT to finish out the season. But we'll probably have some more games in between that. That's what I'm thinking. If we keep rolling the way they were rolling, they're going to want to have SGA the MVP, the odds-on MVP, as much as they possibly can on TV. So we're going to probably have more TV games. That's just kind of my analysis of it. So, but when you look at the game today, we're 44-9. The Grizzlies are 30-27, 30-25. That's wrong. I did that because the Thunder were there. That's wrong, guys. Let me change that real quick, because we are minus, and I did have it, but I switched that up because, there we go. That's wrong. I'm gonna change that up real quick for everybody, because we're -7, but I switched it because we are the visiting team, not the home team. So let me switch that up real quick for everybody to get that where it should be. Let me see, Thunder game. There we go. That's going to change right there on your screen, so you'll have that correct. Anyway, so the Grizzlies are plus. It's not the Grizzlies. It's the T-Wolves. Man, what the hell am I doing? Guys, what am I doing today? What is wrong with me today? You know? I did that twice earlier today. I did. I had the Grizzlies in there instead of the T-Wolves. I don't know what I was thinking. It's one of those days for me. I need sage from last night, because it was just really a mess, and I don't think I have recovered from yesterday, clearly, because I can't even get the name of the teams right, who the hell we play what their schedule is, who's the winner, who's the loser. I can't even do that right. It's going to be one of those days. I think I need to stay home and not do the game on the. I was supposed to be going to do the game on the road today, but I don't think so. Anyway, this is correct. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. The Grizzlies are not 30-25. The T-Wolves 30-25. The Thunder are plus 7.5 point favorites. The over/under is 222. I know that those things are right, even though I had them wrong because I had the Thunder down there at the beginning, but I still had the Grizzlies instead of the T-Wolves. So that's pathetic. I'm sorry, people. I need to get this ready and get my head is not right today, but trying to get everything the way it should be and the way it needs to be. So, but anyway, that's who we play tonight. And you look at what we've got going on, and we have a huge, huge game tonight. This is right before the All-Star break, and this is a chance. And like Chet didn't play last night. And the reason why I think Chet did not play last night, I think they were going to play Chet tonight to give the Grizzlies to send a statement to them. We're coming. This is what you're going to have to deal with. And we had talked about this on the Unpopular Hour and on After the Storm. Whether do we play Chet or do we not play Chet? And part of that was simply because, well, do we want to show Minnesota what we got or not? And, I'm 50-50 with it. I was okay if Chet played last night and not tonight, and then not playing in Minnesota the following Sunday and playing at home, not because Chet doesn't play back-to-backs. Not yet. I think he will later on in the season, but he's not playing back-to-backs yet. So I don't know if I'd play, like I said the other day, I don't know if I'd play Chet. If I'd have played Chet last night, for sure I'm not playing tonight. So they didn't play him last night, playing him tonight. And then, of course, when we play them next Sunday and Monday on back-to-backs, the question is, does he play in Minnesota? Does he play in Oklahoma City? And my guess is he doesn't play in Minnesota because he's already played there tonight. He'll play there tonight. And then the following Monday, he would play in Oklahoma City. So that way he's played against the Grizzlies once in their field so he can get a feel for what it's like playing with this team in their arena, and then what it's like playing against this team at home against them in back-to-back the following next Sunday and Monday. So we'll see how that works out. And then when you look at the NBA standings, which are popping up, getting ready to pop up on your screen, the NBA standings are really kind of, laid out to me. I mean, the Grizzlies are doing what they do, but here come the Nuggets. Here come the Nuggets. Are we afraid of them? No, not really, but their benches, they got some young guys. They're slowly starting to come together. They're slowly playing, and they are on the hunt for the Thunder because Jokic still believes he's the NBA MVP, still should be, but like I said, he shouldn't have won it that first year. That should have been Giannis to go 3 years in a row. He shouldn't have won his second year in a row. That should have been Embiid. And the third year that Embiid won, that's the 1 year that he should have won. And then last year, I believe had the Thunder had SGA not gotten hurt and played against, because remember we had a 4-game deal on TV. We had the Knicks, which he hit the game-winning shot. Then we were playing the Celtics, we were playing Philly, and we were playing the Pacers. And he missed all 3 of those games because of injury. And I believe had he played in those 3 games, he would have beaten Jokic because we ended up being the number 1 seed, and we were surging. And I believe he would have been the MVP that last year. And so to me, Jokic, he has 3 MVPs, but he really only should have 1. That's the only one I see him having. Like I said, Giannis should have won the third year, but they don't want people winning 3 in a row. Hell, if you deserve it, you deserve it. But Giannis he should have had that third one in a row, but he didn't deserve the second one. That should have been Embiid. He didn't deserve his first one. That should have been Giannis. The one he should have won, he didn't win. That was Embiid. And then last year, I truly, truly believe had SGA played against Philly, played against Boston, played against the Pacers, I believe he would have won the MVP because not enough people we weren't on TV last year, so he didn't get seen. So that's what I truly, truly believe. But anyway, here we go. Thunder 44-9, winners of 7 in a row. The Grizzlies 36-18, losers of 1. The Nuggets, winners of 8 in a row. Here they come, guys. Here they come. Rockets 34-20, winners of 2 in a row. They're still struggling without Jabari. They're not the same team without him. He gives them a different dimension defensively because he's long and then he can score knockdown threes, and he's just athletic, and he gives them a different dimension that they don't have without him. So I think they're a different team and they're a little harder to beat with him than without him. That's just me and how I view them. Uh, the Lakers, the Luca thing, I think it's going to take time to gel for him and LeBron and Luca to figure out his players, how they move, how they like the ball. You know, and because he threw a pass to Rudy last night. That was insane. Faked it behind the back and then wrapped it around the front. And Hachimura did catch it, but he was just like, whoa. So, and you, Luca's so used to playing with the PJ Washingtons and all those other guys that it's going to take them a minute to gel. But they have, 30 games left in the season or 28 or whatever it is left. So they should, how many games have they played? They played 52, so they have 30 games left. So that's plenty of time for them to get used to each other and used to playing. Then you got the Clippers, 30 and 27, sitting back there, winners of two in a row. The T-Wolves, losers of two in a row, which I think is they're going to come out to make a statement against us tonight. I know Ant-Man had scored 40. What did he have? 42, 45, and 49 or something. Sorry about that. Ace stepped on the cord trying to get some love, and I had to kick him out the room. But anyway, like I said, the T-Wolves are coming, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. And then the Mavs, they're still trying to figure out who the hell they are. They really don't know who the hell they are yet. And then you've got the Kings at 28 and 26, and then the Warriors. Tough loss with Jimmy Butler. Great charge last night. I don't know if y'all saw the game, but it was a late game. Kyrie picked up a charge on Jimmy Butler at the end, and it was interesting they went to Jimmy Butler right off the bat, trying to get him comfortable and giving people saying, okay, we're not going to give it to Steph every time. We're giving it to Jimmy Butler. And had he kept going straight instead of trying to do a Euro, he was scoring on Kyrie very easily, but he tried to make a move instead of just powering over Kyrie. But once again, he's in the East. He's got to get used to playing in the West and how these players play over here. And then of course the East, the Cavs 44 and 10, the Celtics 39 and 16. I still don't know if the Cavs can beat them, even though they did make a move at the trade deadline to make themselves longer in the perimeter. I just don't know if they're going to be able to deal with the Celtics. The Celtics are like the Thunder, deep on the bench. They've got players, they're top 7 or 8, and then you've got Pritchard, who is just playing well, nomination for Sixth Man of the Year. He's playing really well, so we're going to see how that plays out and that comes out. And we don't, a Sixth Man of the Year, I don't know who the hell that would be. Is that Isaiah Joe? I guess that's who that sixth man would be. But he's got to continue to knock down shots. If he continues to shoot 50% this month like he did last month in the month of January, the Thunder, I think I'm not even worried about them. But the Celtics, I like the Cavs. I just don't know if they can beat the Celtics 4 games. I just don't know if they can deal with Jason Tatum and Brown and Porzingis and Drew Holiday and Derek White and Horford and Pritchard. And then, of course, Howard coming off the bench knocking down threes, too. I just don't know if they can deal with all of that, even though you do have Garland, you do have Mitchell. I'm just not sure if they can really handle that. And then, of course, the Knicks, they're scary, too. Cat have back-to-back 40 games, scoring 40 and back-to-back 40-game scoring out. I can't even talk today. Back-to-back games scoring 40 points. That's what he did. And they're the Pacers, I still think, are kind of one of those teams. I don't know if they've got everybody. The Evan Turner didn't play the other night, so they're pretty strong too. But I think that top 3 is the top 3, and then everybody else is there. The Bucks did make a trade getting Kuzma, but I don't think that's really going to help them. They're 3-2 without Giannis and Dame. 3-2. What do you think the Thunder would be without J-Dub and SGA? They're not going to be 3-2. I can promise you that. It's not happening. So we're going to say, but that's why everything stands. And we're going to take a quick break and come back and give you our power rankings. and then the scores from last night to kind of see where everything was done, how everything happened. I want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit those guys up. They love to be behind the scenes. If you're building a new complex, they can make sure everything is laid out properly for you. As well, if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, hit those guys up. They will take care of you. Hit my guy Mark Long up over there. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my guy Jose up. He'll take care of you. And I know he's getting ready to add another truck, I do believe. So hit our guy up if you have the needs for some dirt, rock, or sand to be moved around. And then, of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. The Equal Housing Lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank, 401M, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off 39th Expressway, or US 66, Highway 66. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. And can't miss it, right in front of the hospital. And then, of course, YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, my guy, Jonathan Beakey Triplet and Elm Grove Clothing. If you've watched our guy, Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins on TV on ESPN, this is why he's looking so good, this guy right here. And I tell people, why spend $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for a suit when you can go in and grab the same material and get a suit for $800 to $1,000? Why do that? My guy will hook you up. I can promise you that. He's got a great selection. He's got a new suit for me coming up, and I just want to tell you right now, he's fantastic. So go check my guy out. He is great. Hey, I can tell you that. He's fantastic. I can't wait for my new suit to go to this Catholic Charities thing. Anyway, I can say this. I did my power rankings today, and normally I do those at the beginning of the week, but it's at the end of the week, so I'm doing my power rankings, and they haven't changed a whole lot. The back end changes more than the front end changes. Okay, it really does. But when I look at the power rankings and I look at the teams and I look at who's beating who and who's doing what, here are my power rankings. Thunder, of course, number 1. The Cavs are number 2. Celtics, number 3. The Nuggets, number 4. The Grizzlies, number 5. Then everybody goes, well, you have the Nuggets. The Nuggets are creeping up on everybody. We better watch out for the Celtics. I can promise you that. You need to watch out for them. They've got a squad coming. They're coming for everybody. You need to watch out for the Celtics. And I say that. Then you've got the Knicks at number 6, the Rockets at 7, the Lakers at 8, the Pacers at 9, the T-Wolves at 10. The T-Wolves are coming. These teams are coming, and they're coming for the Thunder. But this is the last 30 games of the season. That's what it is. Because what are we at? 44-9, so we're at 53 games. We're going to have our 54th tonight. So we have, 28 games left after tonight? Is that right? Yeah. 44-9 is 54. And 45, so yeah, we'll have 27 games left. Is that right? Yeah, 9 and 44 is 13. That'd be 53. Yeah, 29. I can't count. 44 plus 9 is 53. 53 minus 82 is 29. Wow. I guess I could use a calculator like the kids do today and not think off the top of your head and not try to calculate. But that's not how we were taught when we were younger. So here's my rankings. I don't know how you guys feel about how I have them ranked. But here are my rankings: the Thunder, the Cavs, the Celtics, the Nuggets, the Grizz in my top 5. And then the Knicks, Rockets, Lakers, Pacers, and T-Wolves. I think the Pacers, they're coming up. They're upcoming. I think the T-Wolves are still sitting there trying to figure out how to figure out Randall. And I didn't like that trade. But, Cat made the little sly comment after scoring. He says, I can't let, Ant-Man do all the things because he's scoring 40. So Ant-Man's got 3 straight 40 games. Had 3 straight 40-point games. He had 28 last night in their loss. But Cat went back-to-back in 40. So I think he's a little salty. Even though he likes being at the Knicks, I think he's a little salty that he got traded. I think he's salty about that. I would be too if I was him. I'd be salty. And then you got the Pacers coming in after that. Then the Lakers. Luka is going to be in addition to them. And, I saw where the Mavericks have Fire Nico T-shirts and things like that out there. And I'm kind of going, okay, I understand why you're upset. You trade arguably one of the best NBA players. He's got 5 all first team All NBA in his first 6 years, 7 years. He's got 5 of them. SGA is getting ready to have his third, I believe. So when you look at, or second for sure, I think it's like 2 or 3. And when you look at that, and the guy to have 5, and you're trading, at 25, you trade him. But that being said, when you have new ownership and you come in and they want things changed. I mean, if I'm paying $3.5 billion for something, I'm gonna run it my way. Aren't you? $3.5 billion to be the majority owner. Yeah, I'm gonna run shit my way, and you should too. You spend that kind of money, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But I believe that the Mavericks are gonna be fine, and they're gonna come out okay. But fire Nico Collins, I think, is funny. But like he said, he and Jay Will, he and Jason Kidd, within 2 years, if they're not making it back to the finals, if it doesn't change, they're going to be fired 100%. They're going to want their heads. And if Luka's doing well over at the Lakers, that's what's going to happen. But like I think with the Lakers, LeBron's youngest son, Bryce, who is the player, he's a senior this year. Next year, he'll be a freshman. The following year, he'll be in the league. LeBron will go wherever he goes, so he's only a Laker for this year, next year. After that, wherever Bryce goes, he's going to go play with his son. So whatever city's going to be happy to have LeBron, because that's where he's going to go. Because Bryce is not the guy. I mean, Bronny's not the guy. And I just feel sorry for the kid because, I don't feel too sorry for him. He's got a nice contract. He's got good money. He's got sitting there money. He's played in the league, whether that's because of his father. That's because of his father. He would not be in the league if he wasn't LeBron James' son. No way. But he is there. He is making the money. The Lakers gave him, $7 million or whatever they gave him, guaranteed contract. So he's going to do what he does. But there's nothing wrong with nepotism. It happens all the time. It's just unfortunate. My thing is with sports, the difference in business and sports. In sports, from the time you're little, you've worked your butt off. All those hours that you spent shooting when the rain stopped in your backyard and you're out there shooting, or you're going to the park down the street and you're taking jump shot after jump shot, layup after layup, slide after slide, ball handling drills over and over and over and over and over and over for the chance to live your lifelong dream to be an NBA player. And some guy gets put in front of you because of his father. He's not better than you. But because of his father's hooks up, he gets put. That's the issue I have with it. Now, business, somebody was complaining, saying it's the same as business is different. You know that from the time, if your dad owns a company, you're running the company. Everybody knows that. You're running the company. Whether you're going to run it into the ground or not is irrelevant, but you will run the company. So that's a given. You're not working your whole life. You got to have somebody else come in. That's different. If I knew it all of my life, I want to be CEO of a major corporation. Well, if that corporation's owned by somebody else, you ain't running it. Okay? And I don't think most kids who have a family business are sitting there going, I'm going to come up and I'm going to run somebody's business. I'm going to start my own company and run it. But I'm not going to go out there to run somebody else's. That's not their goal from the time you're little. Maybe some people's, but for majority of people, being an athlete is completely different. Whether that's a swimmer, whether that's a baseball player, whether that's a softball player, whether that's a soccer person, whether that's a track, whatever it is, you train your whole life for that. And somebody gets stuck in front of you that's not better than you because of their father, that's a completely different story. That's how I look at it completely. So, but anyway, that being said, everybody try to stay warm. I've got some errands to run. I've got my gold medal that's finally getting framed, so it'll be behind me, by my head back here behind me. So I'm putting my gold medal up at the end of the month. I finally took it. It's been sitting in my car for 4 or 5 months, 6 months. Been sitting in the back of my car. I mean, in my console. So I finally took it over to get it framed, so it'll be back here behind me, and I've got to take my jersey down to get it done. So that being said, hey, hope everybody has a fantastic day. Enjoy yourself. Try to stay warm out there. All right. Peace out. Thunder up tonight. Watch the game. 7:30 TNT. Look forward to it.